Good afternoon, everybody. This is Doc Doug Washburn coming to you live from MCMM. We're going to talk about shingles. It's a new virus. It's not new, but it's a virus that we need to take care of and take a look at and see what's going on with this. It's not to talk about of the virus that's going on now, but it is something that's affecting one out of every five people on this planet. So we need to talk about it. This is a really big deal. Shingles is a major virus in this country. It's all over the world, as a matter of fact. In this country, there are approximately 1.5 million people that have this disease, and it's off of the fever is off the chicken pox, and that's basically where it comes from. But it's a rash, it's blisters, and it's extremely painful. If you if you never had shingles, you don't want it. It's like putting your finger in a light socket. You can't put anything against it. It hurts. It's extremely painful. And how I came up with a formula. Is a good friend of mine, Tom Kaltmeyer, called me last year, and he said, "I am miserable. Do you have anything that will stop this shingles pain? I can't take it anymore. I can't wear a shirt. I can't lay down. I can't sleep." I told him, I said, "Tom, I don't know if I have anything or not, but let me give you this my wound care that I use for spider bites and for poison ivy, and we'll see if that works." And I gave it to him. Well, I showed him how to mix it. Just a little bit of water. You mix it to the consistency of toothpaste. Um, Put it on a sterile bandage, and you apply it directly to the shingle area. I helped him with it. We put it on there, and Tom was about 10 minutes from my house. He called me before I could get home, and he told me that he was pain free.
That's awesome.
Well, so I don't know if this is a placebo effect or wishful thinking. So I told him, I said, just leave it on there, and we'll see what happens. So that was on a Wednesday. Well, he took it off Thursday morning, and as soon as he took it off, the pain came back. He said it was unbelievable. The pain came back. So he mixed another little batch of it, put it back on just like we were, and put it back on there. Again, the pain stopped immediately. It quit. Um, he left it on there all day, took it off Friday, and it's the same thing. For 3 days, every time he'd take the bandage off, the pain would come back. Saturday, he said that he could put a shirt on, and by Monday, it had dried up and gone away completely. That was just one of the cases that I tried. Thought, well, that works on poison ivy and it works on a lot of other problems. So maybe it works on that. So I have a friend of mine. Give a shout out to my Kajikimbo people all over the world. By the way, I'm a professor with Kajikimbo. My teacher was Grandmaster Alan Carter. Um, I was promoted in 2002 to professor by my teacher, Grandmaster Alan Carter, Grandmaster um, Mike Young, and so we was all done in Hawaii with Professor George, or Grandmaster George Iverson, and so I'm giving a shout out to all my Kajakimbo people. But the reason I'm saying that is that one of our teachers, one of the Sifus, up in Wisconsin, I saw him on Facebook, said that he said, "Well, off to the doctor I go. Try something else that's going to get rid of the shingles." So I texted him. I said, "Hey, Sifu, let me send you this product. See, let me know how you like it." So I overnighted it to him. He texted me the next day and he goes, "This thing works so fast and so good." He only had to apply it one time. He had been to the doctor on numerous occasions trying to find something that's going to eliminate the pain and the blisters, and nothing did it. Nothing did it. So with the second application here, I thought, well, I talked to my neighbor who's a pharmacist with Schnucks Markets, and I asked her. I said, "Is there anything on the market that gets rid of shingles or gives shingles relief?" And she said, "No. Honestly, there's nothing that gets rid of it." Now, there's some home remedies. Somebody said put apple cider vinegar on it, and so put uh, calamine lotion on it, and but as soon as you wash it, it doesn't really it doesn't take effect. So I talked with her on several occasions, and I decided I have make contact with a couple of neurosurgeons, and I asked them about it. I said, neurologist, is there anything that gets rid of shingles? They said, honestly, no. That what they do with shingles is they try to give um, an antiviral shot. It doesn't really work. They're trying to do a a shot prior to getting the shingles, some sort of a vaccine, and they claim that it's working, but there's going to be 900,000 new cases this year. So you tell me if it's working. Um, so another friend of mine, last year, Annette, her husband called me and said, "Do you have anything uh, for shingles?" Annette has it on her face, and she can't sleep. She can't. It's terrible. It looks terrible. So I said, "Well, Matt, let me drop by the house and I'll bring some stuff with me that I've got that has worked 3 or 4 times already." So I stopped by the house, and I'm telling you, this poor girl was in so much pain. The shingles was underneath her right eye, up against her nose, and underneath her cheek. Her side of her face was swelled up so bad, her eye was swollen shut, and she was just miserable. It hurt her to sit up. It hurt to have light on. So we mixed this up, and she sat in a bar stool chair out in her kitchen, and she applied this. She just held it onto her face, and you can see the relief and just her body just sunk into the chair. It took about 5 minutes, and she was already in relief. Now, she said that the pain didn't come completely away until the next day, but it was at least it took it away enough that she could tolerate it. Mm-hmm. Well, that was on a Sunday. Well, Matt called me on Wednesday, and I said, "How's she doing?" She said, "Not only did it dry it up, but it's gone. It is completely off her face, and she's completely out of pain, and it has never come back." Now, last year we were at Marshall, Missouri, yep, doing a little fair.
Shopping under the sun.
Under what?
Shopping under the sun.
Shopping under the sun, yep. They're going to do it again this year. We had our shingles relief up there, and a nurse came by. She goes, "Are you kidding me?" So I told her a few of the stories, and she said personally she knows 20 people in Marshall, Missouri that had shingles. 20 people in this little bitty town that had shingles. And the lady that she was with, I kind of smiled and I said, "You really 20?" She said, "I have had it 8 times this year." So can you get a shingles more than once? Absolutely you can. Absolutely. And then you can get it. The shingles will last anywhere from 2 days, 3 days, up to 2 or 3 years. Mm-hmm. So you can be miserable for a long, long time. Our product has been tested in the field 6 times, 7 times, and each time it's tried it, every time it's passed 100% of the time. I'm not saying it's the only thing that's on the market, but I'm saying it is a great alternative. For $39.95, you're not going to go wrong with this product. I'm telling you. I had shingles years ago. One time, just across my stomach. I don't think I had it real bad, but it was bad enough that I couldn't wear a shirt. And I'm telling you, I don't want it again. Anybody that gets it more than once will agree with you that once is way too many. Yeah. And if you get it more than once, it's way too many. It's a great product. It's a powder. You mix a little bit of water with it. You put it on a sterile bandage. You put a little tape on it. And you put it directly on your face. You put it on your back. You can put it on your stomach. Notoriously, women get it on their face and underneath their breast for some reason. I don't know if it's because of the body contact or the skin contact or what, but that's notoriously where they get it. And it's extremely painful. They can't wear a shirt. They can't wear bras. They can't. Of course, that might not be a bad thing either, but this really depends on who the relationship is with the girl. Certainly not your mom or your sister, but anyway, this is really a serious situation. This year, they're claiming that 1 in 5 people have it, In the next 5 years, they're going to come 1 in 3 people get it. This is all predicated on nervous conditions, age, um, anxiety, panic, nervousness. There's a lot of different things that brings on shingles. And with this new virus out that everybody's all up in airs about, and we're
Stressing
quarantined,
about
and
it.
we're this is going to be an epidemic in itself. You wait and see. People are going to start hitting the shingles because they're scared. They're scared. They're nervous. How are they going to pay their bills? They're not working.
Yep.
How are they going to get their medication? They don't have any money. Is shingles contagious? While you have blisters, it absolutely is contagious. Once the blisters go away and you just have the pain, no, not so much. But, however, if you have the blisters or the fever or the pain, you can give chicken pox to somebody who hasn't been vaccinated. You can give them chicken pox off the fever. So, yeah, is it contagious? You betcha.
Absolutely.
You betcha it is. Do you want to keep it? You want to get rid of it, or you want to leave it alone for somebody to catch it? Now, our friend Cindy down in Charlotte, Florida, she's got more initials behind her names than I do, and hers are all legit. And, she had a couple of people last year that had shingles that couldn't take the pain anymore. And the alternative is not fun. Shingles, people die from shingles? No, not really. It's not that type of a virus, but it's the effect of that hurts people. It hurts them mentally. It hurts them emotionally. Hurts them physically. And you can only take so much pain before you do something silly. I can't tell you any more about that than I can't lie to you. We've only tried it 6 or 7 times, but each time it's happened, we've used it. It has worked every time.
Absolutely.
We want to do a field study, but we can't find enough people to field study it with. So
Absolutely.
we excuse me. So we're going off what we did. We've got 7 tries and we've got 7 wins.
Right.
So it's a pass situation. You're not going to get hurt on it. It's $39. I mean, seriously, you get free shipping.
Absolutely.
I mean, seriously, your copay going to the doctor and getting a shot is that much. Your copay going to an pharmacist and then getting a prescription that doesn't work. My pharmacist friend next door to me lives next door. That does not work. There's nothing on the market to relieve shingle pain and blisters. This does it all. This, I'm telling you, folks, it does it all.
In the same age group that the shingles is related to, 40 to 60-year-olds, that's kind of what they're looking for, and then older as well with this
With the new
epidemic
virus
going on, everything.
You're absolutely
Pandemic,
right. I
yeah.
hadn't thought about that, but you're absolutely right. The virus is coming up with people that already have an immune system that's failing, on autoimmune disorders.
They're going to be the ones next
They're the
in
ones
line
that's going
with
to be,
this.
yeah, and
Yeah.
shingles is an autoimmune disorder. I never
Brought
thought
on by
about
the
it. I never thought
stress and the
about that. You're
fatigue
absolutely
and the
right.
poor nutrition and
That's why you got a stimulus check and I didn't.
take care of yourself.
Yeah, but that seriously now that the age thing is usually 40 to 60, but I've heard of people getting it in their
Even
teens.
younger.
I've heard people getting in their 20s and 30s. It's not very prevalent, but mostly between 40 and 60 and older are the people that's usually getting it, and it sticks around with them a long time because they can't combat it. There's nothing they can do to combat with it.
Yep.
They don't want to take the medicine because it's
So many side effects.
It's the side effects, and this here is not oral. You take it and you put it on directly on the shingles, dries it up, stops the pain almost immediately. At least in the 7 cases that we did, it did. So I would really love to hear from somebody that's got shingles, that needs the shingles. Give us a call in. The 800 number is 855-392-3300. Or you can call the station here at 515-599-1687. Or just go to the store to our Gagoti store and get it.
Yep. GagoTstore.com.
Yep.
Gagoti Healing is under renovation right now. Ashley and her team over in Barcelona.
Oh yeah.
She's been promoted to our director of marketing
Yeah.
and sales. They are doing the rebranding and the revamping and be bringing on that new website once everything gets updated.
That's great information.
Absolutely.
I forgot all about that actually. We need to we really need to stay on top of this. It's not something that you want to play with. It's not something that you want. So we're you can't buy this in the store yet. We're looking at CVS to pick this up. Our shingles relief. We want to get this out to you before it gets them to the box stores, and they raise the prices on it. So for $39, you can't go wrong. And I'm telling you, I had it. I didn't have the product at the time. I wished I did. It's just, I can't say enough about this. It works so well. And if you would see the results from my friend Annette with her face, you wouldn't believe that she even had shingles.
Mm-hmm.
It's unbelievable. Anybody that's been in St. Louis a couple years ago, they saw Tony LaRusso.
Mm-hmm.
Looked like he'd been beat up in a bar fight. That was shingles. That was all over his face. I can't imagine the pain that he was in.
No way.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Maybe you don't have it, but I bet one of your folks do.
Or grandparents.
Yeah, a grandparent, father, mother, somebody has got shingles. Rarely can you find anybody anymore that doesn't have some form of shingles. What happens with the shingles is that you start out with a little rash. And usually that little rash will send you to the doctor, and the doctor recognizes it and says, "Oh, you've got shingles." So what's the next step after that? Well, blisters show up, and the blisters are extremely painful. And then after that, blisters go away. You're left with the rash, and the rash is like you can't even breathe on it. You can't. Wind blows on it, it hurts. It's like having an electric cord, just a bare wire sticking to your skin. It's terrible. It's one of the most miserable pains you'll ever have. You can't get away from it. Mm-hmm. You can't lay down. You can't touch it. You can't put anything on it. If you do put something on it, you're miserable with it because it's not working. So our shingles relief is just that. It's giving you relief for the virus. It works on the blisters. It works on the neurons around the rash, on the nervous system. It's not a pill. It's a powder. You mix a little bit of water with it to the consistency of toothpaste. You apply it to a gauze bandage and apply it to the area, directly to the area. Tape it down. You can get it on your face. You can get it on your back. You can get it anywhere.
Now, when you bandage it up, you want them to put either like a waterproof bandage so that it has a seal all the way around it.
A waterproof bandage would be great, or you can use a saran wrap
And medical tape and make sure
so
the edges are sealed.
It keeps that moisture into the area.
Okay.
Because you don't want it to dry out too much. Change the bandage every 8 hours. If the pain goes away and you feel it coming back, change it. Change it. This is highly concentrated powder that a little bit goes a long, long way. So you're saying with $39, $39 is going to be more than enough to get you through the outbreak.
You may even have extras left over.
Absolutely.
If it does come back.
Absolutely. Or even use it for somebody else that you may have it.
Yep.
One gentleman that has scratched his head so bad it bled, and next day it was gone.
Nice.
We just had 2 phone calls. People wanting to know what's going on, how it's working, how they can get it. Go to the Gagoti Healing store.
GagoTstore.com.
Or you can call at 855-392-3300. You can ask for Victoria. I think her extension's number 2.
Mm-hmm.
So just hit number 2. She'll get back to you. We got free shipping. It's $39.95, folks. It's not a gold mine.
No.
And you're not gonna use all of it, so you're gonna be able to share it.
And
Call into the radio station if you have any questions. It's 515-599-1687.
I do have the pictures of Tom's on his belly and then his father-in-law on the head on our website on
Yeah,
Gagoti
there
store.
you go.
If they search our Shingles relief
Yep.
within Gagoti store,
Yep.
it has the before and after pictures on there
Yeah.
as well.
That's great. That's great. You get on the website, get to my store, take a look at it. You have any questions, call Victoria. Her extension is number 2. Because if you're talking to her, she ain't talking to me, and I'm not getting yelled at. So,
Any questions that I don't
yeah,
have, I will refer you to
yeah,
Doc.
whatever. So anyway,
And make sure they educate themselves.
yeah, you know what? We mention it on every store or every show. Don't take my word for it. Get on websites and check it out. I could be all wet. I don't know. But the information I'm giving you is stuff that I've learned a long time ago, that I picked up a long time ago, and some of it is because my research and development director is a pain in my neck. But that's why she's the director, because she keeps me on the straight and narrow. People need to get this right away. 1 in 5 people have it. In 3 to 5 years, 1 in 3 people are going to have it. And you can get it more than once. You can get it. It's contagious. All you have to do is mix a little water on it, put it in a waterproof bandage or a bandage, and seal it up with saran wrap, and put it directly on your face, on your back, under your breast, on your arm, your leg, whatever you're. I'm telling you. And the funny thing about just kind of crossed my mind is that shingles either happens on the left side or the right side. It does not happen on both sides. It happens on one side or the other. Now I'm right-handed, and when I had it, it landed on my right side of my stomach, from my navel over to the right side. It landed. Tom Kaltmeyer, his was on his right side. He's right-handed. I don't know about Sifu up in Wisconsin, but Sifu is just a Chinese word for teacher. Yay, Kajikimbo. Give a shout out to everybody. All you Kajikimbo guys, get in here and get this stuff. It's going to help you train. Absolutely. All right, so folks, we're done for the day. Thanks for tuning in. Again, our 800 number is 855-392-3300. Gagoti store. Or you can call the radio station, 515-599-1687. Thanks for listening. We'll see you in a couple weeks.